We've got 12 Am I the Devil Reddit stories for you guys today. Starting it off, what? With Am I the a-hole for starting an argument with my girlfriend over her Instagram feed? Instagram ending relationships since like whenever they came out. I don't actually remember, like 2008. Is that right, chat? I don't remember. But stick around for 11 more absolutely evil Am I the Devil Reddit stories, such as I ruined my life by cheating on my wife. Sounds pretty well deserved to me. And finally, the story that we're gonna end the video on, my wife opened our marriage and now she claims I cheated on her. She wants a divorce. This one I feel like is gonna be an absolute show. Juicy stories today, guys. Make sure to like up the video. Make sure to like up the stream. Let's lock in here and read some Reddit. Am I the a-hole for starting an argument with my girlfriend over her Instagram feed? My girlfriend, 19 female, is angry at me, 20 male, for being controlling over what she posts on social media. We've been dating for 7 months now, and we've encountered some issues within our relationship. However, this is the one I do not know how to move past. The argument started a few days ago when I noticed my girlfriend posting an Instagram story that her mom had taken of her and her cousin sat at a beach bar drinking cocktails. The issue is that the photo is a full body shot of my girlfriend wearing a bikini. Although this may make me seem bad, and I believe my girlfriend is attractive, I feel the need to be honest by stating that she's definitely not a 10 in the face, probably a 7 realistically. Her main asset is her body. 1, what an absolutely awful thing to say about your girlfriend. 2, completely irrelevant. I don't know why you had to dog on your girlfriend like that. You could have just literally said, my girlfriend's body is really hot. You didn't have to put her down at the same time. That's fucking crazy. Therefore, I believe that her posting this was a grasp for male attention. I believe this is also due to the fact that she is aware that her main demographic of follows are men. She has around 8,000 followers on Instagram, which mostly amassed from a couple viral TikToks that she had posted of her lip syncing videos. After I saw her Instagram story, I politely messaged her and asked her to remove it, to which she acted confused. She argued that photo was completely innocent and just a nice photo of her and her cousin at the beach. I simply stated back that I believed it was disrespectful to be posting these photos while in a relationship, as frankly, it's a cry for male attention. God forbid a woman post a picture of her body just because she's proud of it. Oh, it has to be for male attention. Like, what a bitch. This dude is just an insecure little man. If your girl's posting hot pictures of her, you gonna be in the comments being like, yeah, that's my fucking girlfriend. Like, I've never understood that. It's like, okay, so what? Other guys are gonna see her body. Other guys saw her body at the beach. Other guys are gonna see her body and then see your comments like, oh my God, my girlfriend's so hot. Like, I don't understand it. She got upset and said that she posted it simply for herself because she liked the photo. I just don't understand how this can be true, because if she liked the photo, she could have just kept it in her camera roll instead of sharing it on the internet. Anyway, to make a summary of a long argument, her other points were that since we met through social media, I should apparently have less of a say in what she posts. Also, that she had previously posted me on her feed, so therefore her followers were aware that she had a boyfriend, which in my opinion is a stupid argument. My points of the argument were that my standards in a woman was that they did not need to show themselves off to the world in order to gain validation from other men, and that it also reflects badly on me as her boyfriend, as I'm concerned that my friends will end up seeing the image and viewing her as a low value woman. Ah, there it is. There it is. He's a little fucking tater tot. He's a little brainwashed bitch boy. Have you guys ever noticed that they equate low value women with women that refuse to be manipulated and controlled by other men? Like, literally what makes them a high value woman is if they do whatever they ask, whatever they want, like a fucking slave. I can't imagine ending up like such a fucking loser, you know? Anyways, I just need to gain perspective on the situation from another point of view, because other than this issue, she's a very good girlfriend and I do want this relationship to work. Thanks. Oh no, you're dating a hot girlfriend who wants to post hot pictures of herself on the internet. My advice, your girlfriend should break up with you. That's just so gross. The level to which guys want to be like controlling over the girls that they're dating just makes me so fucking angry. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like, this isn't the fucking 1800s, bro. Women can do what they want. Women can hype themselves up. Women can post pictures of their body without it being anything more than they just enjoyed their body and want to share it with the world. Like, it's that fucking easy, my guy. And you should be proud and supportive of it. Oh, this just seems so simple to me because I'm not a little fucking beta bitch, you know? Like, truly, these like alpha male guys are the real fucking betas. Like, oh, you're letting an Instagram picture ruin your day like that? Shut the actual fuck up. up. Imagine being that much of a baby back bitch. Why date an Insta girl if you don't want to date an Insta girl? Hey, if it ain't the consequences of your own fucking actions, bro. It's so dumb. They want to date a hot Instagram girl, but then they want to control them because they look at them as property. They don't look at them as human beings who can do their own thing without seeking the validation of the other gender's attention. Like, hey, bro, she's just being hot. You wanted to date a hot baddie girlfriend? She's gonna be a hot baddie girlfriend on her Instagram. It's that easy. I don't understand how people are so dumb. The same men will post shirtless pics to showcase their gym gains. When they do it, it's just because they're proud of themselves. But when women do it, it's low value attention seeking. And this is dudes to other dudes. We need to normalize like calling those alpha male dudes who show off their shit. We need to call them sluts. We need to call them low value men. You're literally taking off your shirt for the internet. You're so low value. Like, I want to start doing it, y'all. We need to start doing it. That's something I would do in college too. Whenever I like caught a dude like trying to talk shit about a girl like sleeping with a lot of people, I'd be like, dude, you sleep with a lot of people. You're a fucking slut. You're a whore. Like, call men on their shit. Normalize slut shaming men and legalize castration. Yo, that would actually kind of go fucking hard on a t-shirt, chat. We do have an update a day later. Thank you for the many replies, even if they were extremely harsh. I think reading them helped me gain perspective, so thank you. I just wanted to provide a little more background info. However, here come the excuses. Other than this, we have a very good relationship. She would make time for me, and I was very supportive of her studies. The only other things we have argued about is when I mentioned as a joke that my type is tall blondes. She's a smaller brunette, which was quickly sorted. Why would you fucking say that? And that she was annoyed at the number of people I had slept with previous to her, which I'll admit is fairly high, but I don't think it was fair on her to dwell on my past. Bro's a slut. Other than this, we have had the perfect relationship, and I would not say I'm that controlling as some have said. On to the main bit. I expect most of you will be glad to know that I broke up with my girlfriend today. Clearly, our views do not align with each other, and according to everyone who commented, she deserved better. She cried a lot and begged me to not leave her. She offered to delete her TikTok and Instagram. However, I had already made my choice. Honestly, girl, yeah, fuck this, man. Don't delete your Instagram and TikTok for this loser. What? Girl, you can do so much better than this fucking asshole. I feel sad at the moment, but I know it is what is best for the both of us, as now she can find someone who does not mind her posting herself in that way, and I can find someone who wouldn't do that. We both have different standards for relationships, and I really do not think I am the villain for wanting a little bit of respect. I am not shaming her for posting herself. I'm simply saying that I don't want that from a partner. Thanks for reading and thanks for the advice. My guy is a walking hypocrite. I am not shaming her, but then bro goes on to say that her face is a 7 and isn't her best asset. Oh God, what a fucking loser. I pray to you, y'all, if y'all are dating somebody like this, please fucking drop them. You can do so much better. I don't care if this dude's a fucking Calvin Klein model. I promise there's better out there. You can find somebody who isn't gonna be this much of a fucking dog shit human being. Just a piece of shit. For real, for real. Praying my siblings never end up with people like this. I would go ballistic, bro. I'm convinced sometimes that men don't even like women. These types of guys just want to own them. Yeah. No, I agree with that, actually. They look at it as like a conquering thing. Like, not only how many women, quote unquote, can I conquer, but like, how can I conquer the women to the utmost level? Like, he wanted to conquer her in a way that's like controlling her. It's just disgusting. I've had a guy tell me my body was great, but my face not so much, and it still messes with my head to this day. Like, what the fuck? That's so crazy to me. This is probably self-explanatory, but in case anyone needs to be told this, like, y'all shouldn't put up with that shit. If your partner isn't like telling you you're the most beautiful woman in the world, like, fucking drop them, dude. That's crazy. Like, I'm talking to a pretty girl right now. I couldn't fathom saying something like that. I think everything about her is a 10, bro. And that's how it should be. Like, if you have somebody who's like evaluating every little aspect about you, you should fucking shoot them. If they're rating every part of your body on a 10-point scale, castrate immediately. I ruined my life by cheating on my wife. Posted in r/off my chest India. I'm writing this with nothing but shame since I'm anonymous here, so I'm just venting it out. My wife and I were together for 8 years, 3 years of dating and 5 years of marriage. We had a good relationship. Ever since our son was born, I thought we had everything we ever wanted. But life got in the way. My work got demanding. She was busy being a mother and getting back to her career, and I was busy with my job. Slowly, our time together shrank to just nights, but by that time, we were too exhausted and drained. She became completely absorbed in our child and work, and I started to feel left out. I should have understood, but instead I let resentment creep in. There was no physical and emotional intimacy between us. I mean, I know India has like traditional values, but like, why are you not helping with this kid, you know? I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that probably had something to do with it. Then I met a colleague for my new project team. At first, it was just work. Then soon from professional talks, we started to talk about personal lives. She knew I was married, knew I had a child, as I used to mention things about them a lot before, but that didn't stop us. We gradually started spending more time together at the office, used to go into the same gym too. We started talking more, and that soon resulted in endless conversations. But I knew it, I was having a full-fledged affair. After some months, I started to feel guilty about what I was doing. I tried to end it, I broke up with her, but I couldn't resist myself and got back to her even though it made me feel awful. I went back. And like every cheater, I got caught this time. It was when I was using my wife's old laptop and forgot to log out of WhatsApp. One day she opened it by mistake to share something, and there were my messages to my girlfriend. Hotel bookings, plans, every disgusting detail. And if that wasn't enough, I had a habit of saving my passwords in a chat with myself. She got access to everything, my phone, my emails, etc. She didn't react to anything at first, but with the help of her best friend, who is a lawyer, she collected every bit of evidence while pretending she knew nothing. She watched me lie about my weekend plans, saw me cover my tracks, and let me dig my own grave. Damn, talk about girl bossing though. Yo, she played OP like a fiddle. I can't blame her. That's fucking funny. And then when she had enough, she called my parents and told them everything. I will never forget that day my father slapped me in front of everyone. That was when I realized I was doomed. I begged her for forgiveness, fell at her feet, cried for hours. She didn't flinch. The next day, she packed her bags, took our child, and left the home. My parents stopped talking to me. My father, in his rage, disowned me. From the past 3 years, they aren't talking to me properly, and finally, they disinherited me from the family inheritance and gave everything to my brother. Meanwhile, in court, my ex-wife ripped me off, her best friend fighting her case, and they made sure I had no way out. She filed multiple cases, and for 3 years, I'm just visiting courts and getting scolded by judges. I lost custody of my child. I am drained financially, emotionally, physically. They left nothing untouched. I ruined my life with my own hands, and I deserve every bit of it. I can't believe I destroyed my years of reputation and relationship for some months of pleasure. All right, well, at least he realizes he fucked up, but by God, did he fuck up. I just don't get it. Like, if you feel this way about somebody, why wouldn't you just either address it or end the marriage? I mean, that ended as poorly as it possibly could have. Can't say he didn't deserve it. He kind of needed that nuclear bomb to go off because he probably wasn't going to stop otherwise, so... God, that makes me so happy that the wife like came for his throat like that though. She not only came for his throat, but she fucking stepped on that shit and didn't let up. I have the man. Come say hi. They love you. So majestic, so beautiful, so pretty. Super pets. Oh. Y'all, do we give the handsome boy treats? Let's see, we got a couple of treaties here from Bucket the Cow. Edwin for that $5 dono. I don't know if there's been any other big gifters, but just the gifters in general, I appreciate you guys. These treats are from you. Ooh, there you go. Should we give him more, chat? We gotta do it to him, right, chat? These ones are from Bob. Bob's been gifting hella memberships on YouTube, so Bob, these ones are from you. These are from Bob. It's so good. R/legal advice. My son is refusing access to my grandchild, Delaware in parentheses. My son and I have always had a poor relationship. He moved out at 20 eons ago and has since graduated, found a job, and gotten married. I was shocked to find out that me and my new wife were not only not allowed to attend his college graduation, his wedding and son's birth were entirely unknown to me. I had to find out this information up to and including the gender of my grandson by interrogating my other son. I've been informed via text by him as well that I will not be allowed to attend the birth, visit the child, or partake in its life. My questions are, 1, it's my grandchild, and I know there's something called grandparents' rights. How can I gain access to my grandchild? Please tell me that's not a thing. If that exists, I hate it. Grandparents' rights in Delaware? In Delaware, grandparents can seek visitation rights, but only if the child's parents object to visitation, and the grandparent can prove by clear and convincing evidence that the parent's objection is unreasonable and that the visitation won't substantially interfere with the parent-child relationship, or if the child is in a situation of neglect or abuse. Why do grandparents have the rights to grandkids? That has got to be the most dog shit law I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, okay, sure, I think it would be helpful in a situation where like there's abuse or something like that, but this shouldn't be or. This should just be like the only way that grandparents can seek visitation rights or custody should be if there is proof of neglect or abuse. That's the only reason in my head that this should even exist. 2, how can I file for visitation rights to see my grandchild? I understand that without any abuse, I cannot have custody, but I would like weekend visitations. Friday at 6 p.m. to Sunday at 6 p.m. What type of lawyer would I need? Do grandparents' rights work the same as child custody in a divorce? I don't know if this is a guy or a girl, but this person wants way too much custody of this kid. We don't have all the information here, but this whole post is a gigantic red flag. Like the fact that this son went no contact as hard as he did with OP. Not only the fact that OP wasn't invited to his son's birth, but also college graduation and his son's wedding, big red flag. And this is giving control freak. This is giving I demand my grandchild time because that's my grandchild and I should have a say in my grandchild's life more than a grandparent should have. 3, what do I have to do to supersede my son's right as a parent? I just want to get to know my grandchild and he won't let me. That's fucking crazy. Please tell me people in the fucking comments are like, you're actually fucking crazy. Go get help. Okay, this person said at least that you cannot supersede the son's right as a parent. Grandparents' rights are for limited situations. Like if you had a relationship with your grandchild, your son passed, and the child's mother suddenly refused contact. They are not designed to overrule a parenting decision. If you want to see your grandchild, you will have to get along with your son. Thank God, bro. I mean, this person seems so fucking dumb. This commenter said grandparents' rights generally come into play when a grandparent has established a relationship with the child already, or when the parent is not capable of properly raising their child. In this case, the parent just doesn't want you involved to begin with. You can't force them. And then OP responded, right. So how do I fix that? Fucking stop being a dog shit parent and probably grandparent. Like, that's how you fix that. There are so many dumb fucking idiots on the internet. This scares me. Jesus, I'm gonna call Kathy after this and thank her for not being a fucking psycho. I apologize if any of you guys relate to this post in the slightest. This is just not the way grandparents should be at all, or parents in general. God, that is terrifying. Like, I almost want OP's son to get a restraining order against this person. They do not sound like they know how to maintain healthy boundaries with people in their lives. Like, I'm actually a little scared for the son. I feel unsafe just listening to OP. Me too, CK. Posted in r/guy cry. Am I overreacting? Therapist pointed out male intimate partners are statistically a woman's most dangerous relationship. At first, I was a little taken aback as I have never been physically violent or anything to my partner. But upon further thought, I think I'm a little pissed. I've been in a pretty dark spot. Wife and I are going through it right now, and it may end in divorce. I've been distraught, trying everything to overcome and endure and just keep soldiering on. And in therapy, again, this is said to me. In therapy moment, I understand what she was saying. But later, I have become a bit more incensed because she knows I'm in a dark spot. And without need, she brings that little factoid up like it's something I could be thinking about. You know what she didn't bring up? The #1 most often cited cause for suicide in men ages 25 to 44 is relationship problems, per the CDC. But sure, lay it on me. A guy willing in therapy that hasn't been physically abusive and has done nothing to point towards violence. That factoid. That makes me the unsafe one in the relationship. She's supposed to be a professional, for God's sake. Would that have pissed you off, or am I overreacting? Okay, but she must have brought it up for a good reason, right? Like, that's where my head is going. Like, even if you haven't done anything physically violent before, doesn't mean that you can't show tendencies that could be perceived that you would do something physically violent to her. Like, you could have been saying that you've been having thoughts about things and she was like, hey, I should point this out. Like, hey, maybe she doesn't feel comfortable around you anymore because this is a statistically relevant fact to the conversation we're having. Like, I refuse to believe that a therapist would just, hey, I know this isn't on the topic of the conversation that we're having, but by the way, statistically, blah, 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 blah. Like, I just firmly don't believe that. I also think he really is comparing apples to oranges with the whole often cited cause for suicide in men is relationship problems. Like, I don't know, maybe this is bad of me to say, but like, I get that that's tough. Not the same as women feeling in danger by people that they're intimate with. One is a danger to yourself, in my opinion. Like, suicide is a danger to the self, and the other is an external person being violent towards someone because of the intimacy that you guys had. Don't get me wrong, male suicide prevention, very important topic. I would bet money on the fact that that statistic was probably not relevant for what you guys were talking about. And also, I think just as a general empathetic human being, you should already know that and like take it pretty seriously, not get mad about it when someone points it out to you. Once again, male suicide rates only being brought up as a rebuttal to a statistic about women. Like I said, guys, it's apples and oranges here. Like, don't get me wrong, like male suicide prevention, very important. I don't want to diminish that. That being said, we're talking about something completely different. Like, men very rarely, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but probably a lot less than women do, men very rarely have to feel unsafe wife because of their partner. Not saying it doesn't happen, but I would venture to guess that it happens more with women than with men. I would honestly put money on that because guys are fucking crazy. I want to see what people were saying in the comments, low key. Are people fucking validating this? This person is just saying to talk to the therapist about it, which I don't necessarily disagree with. This person just said some amount of context would be very helpful, like any context whatsoever. I think a lot of the comments just want context. But like, guys, we could probably put it together. I think I'm one of the most like non-angry men out there, especially towards the way that I act around women, just because I have like 3 sisters. Like I wouldn't want any guy acting in a way that would make my sisters feel like they're in danger. And I try to emulate that to my best ability. And I think every guy should. That being said, I think it's really important to keep in mind when it comes to like relationships, men are more threats than women. So like, even if you're doing something that you don't perceive as a threat, it still can be. And you just have to be aware of that, even if you accidentally did it. Being like, oh shit, I didn't realize that. That's my bad. Guys, Kathy's calling. Kathy, you're live. Just a heads up.
Hey,
Hi. What's the temperature?
it's got to be in the 80s. I just got in my car, burned my tush. Now I'm burning my hands. It really blows.
We'll have to get you like towels for your car, some like seat stuff.
Yeah, that'll look really nice in my car. It's all about the look, Jenny. It's all about the look.
All right, Kathy. Well, you can keep burning your buns. Mom, everybody in chat saying hi to you.
Oh, hi, everybody.
They said that they want to start calling you Mama Sarby.
You can call me Mama Sarby. I've been called far worse. Probably by you, Benjamin.
Hey, I'm nice to you. All right, Kathy.
All right, you better be, Benny.
Kathy, what's your like one piece of advice for my chat?
Go out and take a risk today.
Ooh.
Something you normally wouldn't do it as well as you can do it.
Okay.
That'd be great. This has to be your best. That's it.
All right. I like that.
For me, let's see, what is it going to be? It's going to be, I have to go coach tennis in just a minute. So I'm actually going to do my best to be nice to the boys. Well, they're a bunch of DAs. You high school boys trying to coach them in tennis and they think they know everything? Yeah.
Gotcha. No, that makes sense, honestly.
My risky move is to be nice to them and let's see if they like freak out. Oh my gosh, he's so nice today. What happened?
Mom, my chat is very pro don't be nice to boys.
I know. You know me. I like girls better.
You saying you like my sisters more than me?
No. I'm talking high school kids.
I got her, chat. I got her.
You guys each have your bag of garbage and your bag of good, I guess. Have a good one. Love you, Benny.
Love you too, Kathy. Bye. She's so silly. I love my mom. Posted an r/true off my chest. You got me fired. Is this what you wanted? So I have a criminal record for something that is heavily stigmatized. I own up to it, and I've been doing better by focusing on my mental and physical health and connecting with people that are good influences. I even managed to get an amazing girlfriend. By the grace of God, I was able to get a good job in the field my degree is in with a good company where I had plenty of room to grow. I felt like I had been given an undeserved second chance and was trying to make the most of it and do some good. But you decided that you had to let everybody know and convince them I'm a problem to be dealt with, not a person trying to get by. First, you told my pastor, so they reached out to me to talk about it, which was weird, but whatever. Then the next day, I was let go from the job I rather liked because someone made an anonymous tip. Fuck all of you. I worked there for the better part of a year with no issues, was going to be given a promotion and raise earlier than normal because my performance was so good, and now I'm out of a job and back at square one. Is this what you wanted? Why? What fucking good did you do by all of this? Fuck you. Okay, but what did he do? Heavily stigmatized, so whatever it was definitely got you put on a list? Let me guess, his crime starts with R and ends with apist? I mean, yeah, guys, I'd have to know the exact crime to really, like, be more definite on how I feel about it. But based on the heavily stigmatized, it probably was not a good one. There are no comments on this. Don't get me wrong. Like, I think there are some crimes that people can commit where they can come back from it and learn from their mistakes. But I don't think OP did a crime that is a learn from your mistakes crime. Me personally. If he was, like, a drug dealer or something that, like, you know, maybe it was circumstance, then sure. But I just feel like with heavily stigmatized, I would bet more on that being a crime of no return than a crime that somebody should feel like they should deserve a second chance from. Yeah, CSA territory. That's what I was thinking. Ooh, if you won't even say it on Reddit, I don't trust you. That's actually such a good point, Roadkill. If it were not that bad of a crime, he would have said it. Good point. Yeah, he's not commenting because he knows no one's going to be on his side if he said what it is. Agreed, Ray. There's our sweet boy. Oh, big stretch. Such a big stretch from our handsome man. Oh, he wants down, I think. Oh, there's the flop. Just kidding. Hey, buddy. Say hi to everybody. They just wanted to see you so bad because you're so handsome. Oh, okay. Do we give the beanie treats? treats. Someone in chat named Edwin donated like $5 like 3 streams ago to give Beans some treats. So these are just gonna be strictly from Edwin because I keep fucking forgetting. Beans, look, we got treaties for you. This might be a little mean, but I kind of want to throw this one up in the air to see if he'll catch it. Can cats do that? Is that a thing? Hey, buddy. Oh, you see it? Right. Oh, Beans, look at it. Come on. No. Oh. No, wait. I have another treat for you. Come back. Damn, chat. I fucked up. I was like, oh, let me throw it up in the air and make him catch it. And he was like, nah, it ain't worth all that. Are you done? The beast is back. Right here, buddy. Oh, no, do you not want this? Right there.
Okay, you're just such a sweet guy. You're just such a sweet guy.
Ooh. Should we peek outside? What's going on outside? Is it so much more interesting out there? Mwah. Should I put you down? I can tell he yearns for the window. The children yearn for the minds, but Beans yearns for the window. What are you doing? Oh. Is this what we're doing today, Mr. Beans? The only sucky part is I cannot read chat from here, you guys. Oh no. Are you going? No! He totally looked back at me and like kind of gave it like a, huh? And then kept going. It's been almost 4 months and I still can't get over being dumped by my girlfriend. Is it remotely possible for me to get her back or get another girl like her? Should I even bother to keep trying? We have a 31 male and a 21 female girlfriend. My guy. Oh my fucking God. I didn't realize it was that long, chat. Wow. All right. Well, fucking strap in, y'all. I'm a late bloomer to the dating scene. I was bullied in high school, invisible in college, and I didn't lose my virginity until I was 24. It was a one-time thing. I ghosted her afterwards and went celibate for almost another 2 years. My father is a physicist and my mom is an epidemiologist, so they had high expectations for me academically, and they essentially forced me to give up my social life to study and forced me to wear old-fashioned frumpy clothes, mature haircut, and glasses. I wanted contact lenses. This still makes me deeply resentful and chronically depressed. I've long suspected that my mom has something against girls with sex appeal and would rather make me an incel than have a girlfriend she disapproves of. Since she couldn't physically restrain me from pursuing my type of girls when I was in school, she basically tried to make me as unappealing as possible to my type. When I was a teenager, she probably thought I was going through the typical rebellious phase and would grow out of it, but the wound has never healed. I cried myself to sleep on prom night and didn't even bother to attend my college graduation. I have no happy memories from what should have been the most socially active and carefree time of my life, and I've been on a mission to make up for it ever since. I want to somehow find a way to make up for all the experience and memories I missed out on. I want to be seen as cool enough to pursue the kind of girls I've always wanted. I refuse to accept being a nerdy loser forever. I can't think of a life worse than settling for a girl I'm not attracted to, have nerdy kids, and repeat the cycle. Don't get me wrong, his parents fucking suck. OP just keeps saying little things that also make me think he sucks. I don't know if that makes sense. That's what I'm getting out of this first paragraph. Since college graduation, I've made drastic changes to my appearance: faux hawk haircut, contact lenses, workout 5 times a week, gold chain, ears pierced, cologne, fake tan, you name it. Yet after college, I find it almost impossible to find or even see any girls I find hot. I used to be surrounded by pretty girls on campus every day. They just ignored me. But I would be lucky to see one girl I find hot every 2 to 3 months in my daily routine. Work, commute, supermarket, park. Dating apps are a waste of time. For the first 3 years of college, I tried volunteering, hobby groups, community events, but the only girls I met that way were completely unappealing weirdos and leftovers. And it seems impossible to break into any social groups with hot girls. Wow. Talk about a dude that objectifies women. God damn. I've always had very basic, conventional, unsophisticated, unrefined taste in girls. Think cheerleaders, sorority girls, sports bar waitresses. Hey, I know I'm attracted to them, but they're unsophisticated, unrefined, and basic. Like, talk about objectifying women. He literally has no concept of like these people being actual people with feelings and emotions. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Most guys would probably say the same if they're truly honest with themselves, but I rarely see any in my vicinity anymore. Plenty of people on this sub say getting older and being financially secure, I'm in IT and work remotely, should give me more options, but that hasn't been the case at all in my experience. Okay, so I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that OP is fucking lying. How old is he? 31. I am a recluse YouTuber, chat. All I do is sit here, work out, get high, and hang out with my cat. That's literally all I do. That being said, if I want to meet some girls, it's very easy, especially with social media nowadays. Like, it's never been easier to find a girl that you're attracted to. I think bro sucks. Dating apps are a waste of time. You probably were a fucking creep and that's why they were a complete waste of time. If you try hard enough, dating apps can work for you. Do I disagree that they're a waste of time? No, but they work. If you're sitting here and you're like, oh, wee woo, I can't find a woman, there's something wrong with you. For sure. Also, I'm severely doubting how much OP thinks he glowed up if he got a faux hawk. Listen, you could pull off a faux hawk. Don't get me wrong. The appearance that he described is giving douchebag gym bro who doesn't know who he wants to be yet. And also trying too hard. Faux hawk, fake tan, gold chain. Come on, bro. Figure it the fuck out. Don't get me wrong. We love a nice little chain here. They look great, but like the dial is cranked all the way to the right. You gotta crank it back just a little bit, bro. I eventually found my first girlfriend when I was 26. She worked in PR. I didn't exactly find her irresistible, but she was the only conventionally pretty and popular girl, high school cheerleader, sorority girl, who didn't seem repulsed by me, so I jumped at the chance to date her. I've always had very basic, unsophisticated— oh my god, bro, why do you keep repeating this? Yeah, so the women I date are really stupid and not very smart and like, come on, man. And you can't put together what's wrong with you. It is flashing in a bright neon sign the size of a billboard right in front of you. Just open your eyes. I've always had very basic, unsophisticated, unrefined taste in girls. Think cheerleaders, sorority girls, Hooters waitresses. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Most guys— is he just repeating himself? Did he just copy and paste the same thing from the previous paragraph into the paragraph right underneath it? Dead ass chat? I thought I fucking forgot how to read. Can't lie. Bro bamboozled me. I thought I like transported in the future for a second. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Most guys would probably say the same if they were truly honest with themselves. We broke up last spring because we didn't want the same things anymore, and we had been drifting apart for a long time. If it weren't for my fear of loneliness and codependency, we should have broke up at least a year before that because our relationship had become toxic. Soon after we broke up, I began dating 21 female college dropout Kaylee. Full disclosure, and I'm not proud of this, I first came across Kaylee's Instagram 2 years before we met in person. And it was like love at first sight. Okay, bro, so 21 was already a red flag, but what you're telling me right now is that when she was 19, you fell in love with her at the ripe age of 29. I'm gonna say this for everybody, chat. Ew. She's more of a girl next door type. Tank top, denim short shorts, so not as high maintenance as my ex. She's everything I want in a girl. Short, she's only 5 foot, I'm 5'9", so I don't like tall girls. I don't like muscular girls either because their butt feels like a marble statue. Blonde, thick, huge breasts and big butt. I've always been into big boobs since I discovered British page 3 girls on my computer when I was 12. Thick thighs, tanned. She also has a cute angelic face, a sweet adorable smile, and very bubbly from her TikTok and Instagram. I've always been attracted to outgoing girls with soft features, voluptuous figures, and feminine style/grooming. Long hair, makeup, nails. I thought she was an angel and was completely obsessed, but I didn't expect to ever see her in person, much less get to know her because her school was 5 to 6 hours away and she had a high school sweetheart in the army. I was insanely jealous of him. In fact, I felt pathetic for even having such strong feelings for someone I had never met and most likely would never meet. God, bro, you got so much more to feel pathetic for. Why stop there? This dude invented pathetic. Sure, I knew her full name, including middle name, what school she went to, what her parents, sister, boyfriend, and even sister's boyfriend looked like. But for the sake of my sanity, I had to put her out of my mind. Hey, man, I don't know what your definition of put her out of my mind is, but it's not stalking. It sounds like she was the only thing on your mind. Long story short, Kaylee deactivated her Instagram for a while, and when she came back, she had apparently broken up with her army boyfriend and dropped out of college because she was sad about the breakup. Soon after, I found out she was working at a sports bar about 2 hours from me because the bar tagged her on Instagram. So I started making drives there once a week on weekdays. When my ex was at work, Wait, so you were still dating your ex during all of this? You're dating this girl and cyber stalking another— oh god. Yeah, it's not even cyber stalking anymore, chat. You're right. This is just stalking. So I started making drives there once a week on weekdays when my ex was at work. I mostly work remotely, hoping to catch a glimpse of her. It took me over 2 months to finally get her as my waitress. It was a dead Tuesday afternoon, so we got to talk a lot. She was super friendly and giggled a lot, and she would touch my arm when we laughed. But I wasn't sure if she liked me or just flirting for more tips. Meeting her was like a dream come true. She's 100% my type, and I find her hotter than any celebrity. I guess I made a good impression because she told me she would be working again on Friday afternoon and that I was welcome to drop by. So I made the 2-hour drive again that Friday. She was happy to see me that Friday, and near the end, I asked her for her Instagram and she gave it to me. I convinced my ex to move closer to where Kaylee lived/worked because rent was cheaper in that area. Oh dear Lord. After moving, I started spending even more time at the bar on weekday afternoons when Kaylee worked, and occasionally asked Kaylee to walk and look after my ex's dog when we were either busy or flying out of town so she can make some extra money. So my ex got to meet her too. I told Kaylee not to tell her I met her at the bar, but that we met at a dog park. My ex didn't have good experience with most doggy daycare or Rover app, but Kaylee genuinely adores animals. Anyway, the more I got to know her, the more she amazed me. She was renting an apartment with roommates because she didn't want to move back to her mom's place, and she was taking classes at community college and hoping to transfer credit to a different school next year. Eventually, my ex found out that I liked all of Kaylee's Instagram pics and realized I was attracted to Kaylee. I swore nothing happened between me and Kaylee, but she was still upset and accused me of emotional cheating. We soon broke up. I asked Kaylee out almost immediately after, and she said yes. I never told Kaylee I found her on Instagram first. I was planning to tell her when we were old if we had gotten married. I thought she might find it romantic then, kind of like Sleepless in Seattle. Someone needs to shoot this man for real. Holy shit, did we hit the fucking jackpot with this absolute shit show of a story? Like, no way bro wrote a 5-page MLA formatted essay confessing to being a stalker on Reddit. Oh, okay. Anyway, the time I spent with Kaylee was the happiest time of my life. I thought if I could spend the rest of my life with her, all my past sufferings would have been worth it. For the first time in my life, I didn't feel like I was playing catch up and was content with the status quo. She's drop dead gorgeous and made me so happy. All the toxic drama my ex brought was gone. The pent-up anger I had since my teenage years was also gone. I genuinely felt like I had never truly been in love until that point. I could always spoil her with gifts, flowers, and jewelry. I bought a small boat. I took her to Venice, Lake Como, and then Paris for the Olympics. But my favorite non-sexual moment was just eating burritos with her in my car. Just goofing off, listening to music, and teasing each other. She was wearing a tube top and denim short shorts and her tummy was out. She had the sauce in plastic portion cup on her lap, but it fell because I was caressing her thigh and she playfully slapped my hand away. Then I tried to tickle her and playfully rubbed her belly. She wasn't too happy about that. I had a 30-minute video I recorded on my phone of this, and I can't stop rewatching it since she left me. I'm like uncomfortable. Like, bro has truly overshared. And when I say overshare, I'm not talking about like, ooh, you didn't need to tell us that. I mean like criminally overshare. Like, I'm sure there's some cop out there reading this like, if this is real, we should open a case. Because what the fuck? Like, I hope Kaylee finds this. The sex was equally amazing, hands down the best I've ever had, but it wasn't just her voluptuous body. Something about voluptuous just rubs me the wrong way. Like, voluptuous is how I like describe my friends when I'm jokingly hitting on them. Like, I've never said it not ironically. Like, to one of my guy friends, I'm like, oh, let me get a piece of that voluptuous ass. Haha. Like, never about any girl that I was talking to be like, oh, her voluptuous body. Like, no. This dude's a fucking weirdo. But it wasn't just her voluptuous body. She carries her weight well. That made me addicted to her. It was the fact that she always gave her all in bed and didn't mind breaking a sweat. She loved to ride facing me and loved having her butt spanked and hair pulled. Having sex with her felt like heaven on earth. I felt invincible, let go of all my inhibitions, being verbal, loud grunting, and no longer feared death. Someone famous once said the same. I think it was Hemingway. I don't know why, but no longer fear death is sending me. Are you saying that like prior to this, you would be having sex with somebody and she'd be like on top of you riding, you'd be like, that is so scary, man. I don't want to die. What are you talking about? I never had any desire for kids until I got with her, but she made me want to put a baby in her, start a family with her, and love and protect her forever. It was raw, primal sex, and I was hard around her all the time. Her body is made for sex, and I was so grateful she was mine. I miss getting shower blowjobs from her. Towels for her knees. I love the way her luscious body glistened after I applied baby oil on her. Did fucking Diddy write this, chat? That makes so much more sense, y'all. This is fucking P. Diddy's Reddit story. For sure. Now this all adds up. I also introduced her to anal. She only did it with her ex once and for like 20 seconds. For the first time, I felt like I wasn't the less experienced one and could take the lead in something. And it wasn't just the sex that made me love her and feel like the king of the world. I had heart-to-heart talks with her about her insecurity. She put on weight in college and briefly lost confidence, and her difficult breakup. She and her army ex had plans to get married after she graduates and he gets discharged. And I was always supportive because I adored her. For the first time in my life, I felt worthy of being loved, For the first time in my life, I got rid of all my resentment and teenage trauma and was able to live in the moment. For the first time in my life, I stopped dwelling on the past. I stopped caring about clout and all the stuff I missed out on. I didn't worry about the future. I was ready to reset the clock to year 0. No amount of therapy could cure me, but she did. I thought she was the only girl I would need for the rest of my life. I thought as long as I could make it with her, nothing else mattered. You know, guys, normally I wouldn't be cheering for the army guy to win, but I really hope this story ends with, and then she got back with her ex. Because number 1, he could protect her from this fucking lunatic. And number 2, this guy fucking deserves it. Also, bold statement about no amount of therapy could cure me. You actually might be right, but by God, do you need it? I also realized that it's easy for me to look past a lot of things when a happy, optimistic girl is able to brighten up my life this way. For example, she's kind of a slob and leaves dirty clothes, including bra and panties, on the floor. She snacks in bed. I installed a TV in my bedroom so we could snack and watch TV together. She sometimes put her feet up on the dashboard when we're sitting in my car. My mom didn't even allow us to eat in her car when I was growing up. She felt comfortable enough farting and burping in front of me. My ex never did, and we dated for 4 years. She even peed in front of me when I was brushing. She also shaved her legs in front of me, and I even gave her a hand shaving her pussy while she gave me a BJ. Okay, first off, TM fucking I, bro. And that's coming from someone where TMI rarely exists, but TM fucking I. Second, the logistics of that are breaking my brain. How the fuck do you get a blowjob and help someone shave their vagina at the same time? How the fuck do you, like, standing on the knees? No. Maybe like a 6'9" position? Okay, but even 6'9", like, okay, right here, right? Is he going against the grain? What? It doesn't sound safe. And granted, okay, I'm thinking like a razor. Maybe it was like an electric shaver. Still, bro, margin for error. Sorry, I'm thinking about this way too much, but what the fuck? I didn't mind any of those things. If anything, I felt closer and even more intimate with her. We invited my sister and brother-in-law over for Thanksgiving because Kaylee wanted to meet some of my family. My sister, 33 female, is a tenure-tracked professor in classics, and her husband, 38 male, is also a humanities professor. She wore my unbuttoned flannel over her white tank top and short jean shorts, and I also wore flannel to match her. Somewhere along the way, my brother-in-law made insulting / elitist / classist remark about white working class and their politics. Neither me nor Kaylee is political, and culture, and my sister laughed. Neither of Kaylee's parents went to college. Her older sister is going to med school, though, so she was understandably offended. She said she was proud of where she came from, and then she leaned over to make out with me for an awkwardly long time in front of my sister and brother-in-law. Shortly after Thanksgiving, Kaylee decided to break up with me to move back with her mom and get back together with her army ex. That's what I'm fucking talking about, chat. Let's fucking go. Big dubs. Only time I'm gonna cheer for an army man to win. You know what? Just this one time, America. Let's fucking go. Oh my God, that's incredible. The story couldn't have ended better. She claimed she felt guilty for breaking his heart, but I think my sister probably made her feel she would never fit in with my snobby family. Getting dumped by her has completely destroyed me and left a big hole in my heart because not only was I back to square one, but in a way, I think she might be my last chance at happiness because I turned 31 last month. I've always been in a race against time, and the time is ticking louder than ever before. I've been unproductive at work. I've lost muscle mass due to lack of motivation. I refuse to go to most of the blind dates my mom and sister try to set me up with, and don't put in any effort when I go. None of them is even close to my type. I took a week off during spring break to go to Fort Lauderdale. My guy, you're fucking 31. What do you mean you took the week off during spring break to go to Fort Lauderdale? Hit on women your own age. What the fuck? I took a week off during spring break to go to Fort Lauderdale, but barely hit on any of the spring breakers. Random things would remind me of her, and I would break down in tears immediately. How am I supposed to get her back or find another girl remotely like her? I can't stop going through old photos and videos of us. My sister deleted them several times, but I have multiple backups. But I refuse to go on Instagram. We still follow each other because I don't want to see her with her army guy. I resent the fact that he has such a hold over her due to their shared bond and history, and I hate that I failed to form any similar bond with pretty girls when I was in high school. I have so much more to offer than him and treat her better, yet somehow I'm still not good enough. In a way, I feel like they'll always be the popular and happy crowd, while I'll either always be on the outside looking in, would only give me a chance during a dry spell, or their ex mistreats them, or have to settle for a girl I'm not interested in. Therapy would not help. Only getting her back or knowing that I still have a chance with someone remotely similar to her might. I rewatched Wedding Crashers recently and suddenly became inspired by Owen Wilson trying to contact Rachel McAdams. I know the army guy got her a corgi puppy on Christmas and she started an Instagram fan page of her dog, so I adopted a dachshund myself and created an Instagram for my dog as well. Even hired a PR firm to boost its popularity like I did last year for mine. I don't appear on my Dashawn's page, but I intentionally drop hints that it's me. I recently began messaging her again through her corgi Instagram using my Dashawn Instagram. We both pretended to be our dogs in our conversation. Sorry. Those kind of dog pages make me want to deep throat a Glock for real, for real. She complimented my Dachshund and followed the account, and I, using my Dachshund's voice, complimented both her corgi and her. It's been a flirty back and forth so far, and it's making me a little hopeful. Y'all, I think this post wins what the actual fuck of the year post, because what in the hell did I just read? Therapy might not help this guy, but it's gonna help me heal from reading this fucking story. Y'all ever like read about or hear of a human being and just thank God that you don't actually know them in person? This story right here, bro. Wow. Y'all, the craziest part is Kaylee still has no fucking clue how crazy this guy is. That's probably the scariest fucking part. Yes, devil. 100%. Dare I say, devil of the year. I don't think there is more of a delusional person out there than this guy. I have to look at these comments. Like, I have to see what other people were saying. The age difference is an issue. Your mental state is an issue, and your infatuation is an issue. You won't do this because unfortunately minds like this tend to find more excuses than solutions, but delete her off of social, block any info of her, get your ass into therapy and move on. Even if you have to move to someplace new, you have some troubling thoughts on relationships and you need to be single, work on your own self-esteem and self-worth before getting into other relationships. OOP did respond, age difference isn't the issue. In fact, I find girls her age the most attractive and the best fit for the lifestyle I aspire to. Why should I settle for someone older, boring, and I'm not even attracted to? The most romantic thing a pretty girl can do for me is giving me the best years of her life. I would love and feel indebted to her forever because it would finally make me feel worthy of being loved. I refuse to marry a girl close to my age who already had her fun with the cool jocks slash frat guys slash bad boys before settling for me because none of those guys would marry her and she's scared of being alone. I would never be able to love someone like that fully, and I would always feel resentful. I am once again pleading and begging to legalize castration because this guy, castration ASAP Rocky. Please, 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 please. God, what a fucking shit show, chat. I think that commenter hit the nail on the head. This dude ties his entire self-worth to something he can't control, aka somebody else loving him. And not only that, but he's fucked up in the head about what's appropriate around relationships, what's appropriate when it comes to like internet connections and stalking. Also just stalking in general. Oh dear God. That's terrifying, man. I hate all of this. I hate men. I've been getting a lot of comments that are like, Sarby just hates men. He just bit. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I fucking do, bro. If you read some of the shit that I've read, yeah, you would fucking hate him too. That was so fucking painful. I need a shower after that. I hated that with a burning passion, bro. Bring back the guillotine. Soichi, you might be onto something. Y'all, I have no words either. I'm hurt. That one was one of those ones that you're just like, some people on this planet are truly fucked in the head. Like, so unbelievably fucked in the head. All I can hope is that I never, nor any woman in my life that I love, runs into a guy like this. I mean, the good part, chat, is he sounds like a little bitch and can't even talk to women in general. So, like, odds are you're good. But if he does talk to you, you better be fucking worried. Like, r/relationship advice. How can I, 29 male, get my ex-wife, 29 female, to put herself out there more when it comes to dating? I know this is an unusual circumstance, but unfortunately, my ex-wife, let's call her Carla for the sake of this, hasn't been able to move on from our divorce. Now, this wouldn't be a problem, but I suspect it's also impacted our co-parenting relationship. In an ideal world, we would be friends, but I think she has some anger with me because of how our marriage ended. Some background, while we were married, I fell in love with another woman. Let's say her name is Jessica. I didn't believe in soulmates until I met Jessica, but I fought my feelings for a long time. Now Jessica and I are married and things are great, but before that, I felt like a bad person, that I was blowing up our family. Nah, dude, I think you are a bad person, and you did blow up your family. I don't know how many kids there are involved in this situation, but like, you fucked your family up on that one, bro. Can't even lie. I eventually realized that not being true to myself wasn't fair to Carla or our daughter. I love Carla and she's a great friend, but not my soulmate. Unfortunately, Carla hasn't been understanding and we barely speak. It makes it awkward when I go to pick up / drop off my child. You know what? That realization makes sense. Still doesn't justify cheating. If you need to live your truth, get a divorce first. It's that simple. Although wait, does it say that he cheated? I don't think he explicitly said it, but I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say bro cheated. Carla and I have mutual friends that we met while in college together and kept in contact with 2 of them. Unfortunately, Carla won't be in my presence in social settings. I have, however, found out that Carla hasn't even tried dating since our divorce. only doing casual hookups, but says she has no interest in a serious relationship and blames me for giving her trust issues. Okay, yeah, so he definitely cheated on her for sure. That pains me to know and that I hurt her even though it wasn't my fault. The fuck do you mean it wasn't your fault, you idiot? I want her to put herself out there emotionally, and I'm hoping once she finds her soulmate, she will understand why Jessica and I did what we did. Then we can co-parent better and maybe become friends. I hope Carla punches OP in the face. The fuck do you mean, bro? You just don't want to take accountability and you want her to move on to make yourself feel better. Don't fucking try to lie to us. Don't try to sit here and be like, I just want to be friends. If she understood what me and Jessica have, she would totally get why I cheated on her. Shut the actual fuck up, bro. Oh my God. If anyone ever said this to me, oh, I would lose my mind. This would send me to a psych ward. I do not blame her, bro. Imagine trying to get rushed into moving on after your partner cheated on you. Oh, Carla must be a better person than I am because I would freak the fuck out. Yeah, literally zero accountability. I don't even think bro knows what the word accountability means. The crash out I would have would be legendary if I was Carla. No, for real. Insane level of crash out right there. Beans time. Where did sweet ass man? Oh, you're just so silly. You're just a silly guy. It's the handsome man. Oh, he didn't like that. He didn't like that. Okay, we shoulder retreating. Hey, buddy. Mwah. Are we just hanging out, Mr. Beans? Is it hanging out? Oh. Where are we going, brother? I'm very confused what you want right now. What are you sniffing? What are you sniffing? He's looking for them treats? Maybe. Oh, whoa, chill, bro. Wait, whoa. You gotta chill with that. Beans really getting it in there, chat. Oh my God. All right, okay. All right, he done. I think. What you doing, bro? Oh, and he's starting again. Tabby, thank you for the $2 dono as well. Damn, his bussy that bad? Yeah, guys, I can't lie to you guys. I need to go change my shirt because I think he had a stinky butt and now my shirt kind of smells. I can't even lie to you guys. Like, I'm keeping it so fucking for real. I'm gonna go take the shirt off because it's a little stinky from holding him. And I'm gonna go wash my hands, bro. You want a treats? Some treats because the baby boy had to endure tornado sirens. But also, thank you from Tabby. Thank you from Mega Muse. Thank you from Evil Sarby. Still have no clue who that is. And thank you to everybody who was gifting subs over on the Twitch. Hey, buddy. Look, treaties. Do you know what your treat is? Is your appetite spoiled from licking your butthole? Yeah. Oh, no treaties for you today? Bro, Beans is the most confusing cat ever. He's like interested, but he's like trying to act nonchalant about it. What if I put it like right there? Oh, there it is. There it is. Woo! That's a hungry boy. You're just a soft, handsome, beautiful boy. That's it? Okay. I feel used, chat. Bro just used me for his treats, man. r/relationship advice. How do I get my girlfriend to communicate better? We have a 27 male OP and a 25 female girlfriend. Sup Reddit, I apparently hurt my girlfriend's feelings by accident. My girlfriend and I have been together for 2 years now and just started living together. It's going great. Now, when I met her, she was still establishing herself, but my career was established. She was just working at the mall, and I met her while she was working, and we clicked. She still is working at the mall, but she wanted to better herself. So she went to community college and will be transferring to a 4-year this fall. Her goal is to be an occupational therapist. A couple days ago, she asked me how I feel about community college graduating, and I laughed. This is where I hurt her feelings, and she didn't tell me. I said, "They do that?" as a genuine question. Apparently they do. She said, "Oh. She thinks she will go to hers." I specifically asked her if this is one of those boyfriend things where you want me to come. She said, "No, it's just community college." I laughed, thinking she was joking, and said, "When you get your bachelor's and finish OTA school, she won't be able to stop me from coming." I thought everything was normal until her sister called me and said just between us that I really hurt her feelings. I told her I have no qualms with going to the graduation, but apparently I made her feel low. It's just I know she's going to be great and be an occupational therapist one day. I wouldn't be with her if I thought that was all she's going to do. I don't see why this is hurting her feelings, but I'll go if it's such a big deal to her. All in all, this could have been solved if she communicated. So how do I talk to her without letting her know that her sister told me what happened? I'm at work, so it might be a bit before I reply. Thanks in advance. I don't get why people are so selective about things that they can celebrate. Like, don't get me wrong, guys. I already think that people need to stop belittling and like creating a stigma around going to community college, especially with how fucking expensive universities are right now and probably will continue to be in the future. Community college is a great option. Like, get those fucking gen eds done cheap as fuck. There's no reason to be paying 30 grand a semester just to get some gen eds done that you could get done for like 5 to 10 maybe. I actually don't know how expensive community college is, but it's definitely a lot less than a regular college. We need to normalize this shit. Why do we gotta shit on this honestly better way of getting your college degree? Why is it not an accomplishment? It's literally the same fucking thing as going to a university. The only difference is you're not paying a fuck ton of money out of your pocket. It should be a great accomplishment that everybody should celebrate. But also, why do you not want to celebrate your partner? When you're dating someone, you should want to celebrate anything and everything that you possibly can with them, especially when it's something as big as graduating and like getting one step closer to the career that you want to be in. I just don't get it, because like I'm like truly a celebratory person. Like, somebody gets an A on a test, that's worth celebrating. Somebody like gets a better PR on their run, like that's worth celebrating. I don't understand why you gotta like take someone's accomplishments and crush them. I think that's very unhealthy in a relationship, and it's actually a lot more common than people think. I think it's a way that people like, I don't even know if it's a control thing, but like it's almost like negging, but not really. You like belittle their accomplishments so that they're always aiming to like please you. Does that make sense? It's such a red flag to me, because I've had girls try to pull that shit on me. If I go up to them to like celebrate something and they're not as excited, or at least like even pretend to be as excited as I am, I like immediately drop them. Celebrating something with your partner shouldn't be I have to, it should be I want to. R/relationship advice: my girlfriend and I recently broke up because of how we argue, mostly due to how I react during arguments. How can I rebuild trust with my ex-girlfriend after we broke up because of how I reacted during the arguments? We have a 20 male OP and a 20 female girlfriend. Hi everyone, I'm really struggling right now and I need some honest advice. My ex and I broke up a week and a half ago. We had a very intense relationship, but one of the biggest problems we faced was how I handled arguments. I used to let my emotions get the best of me. I get angry, raise my voice, and say things I didn't mean. Afterward, I'd always apologize and promise I'd change, but the truth is, I never truly followed through. I said the right things, but I didn't fix the patterns, and now she doesn't believe me anymore. I get it, I really do, because I broke her trust too many times. We fell into a cycle of heated arguments, times when I lost my temper and hurt her deeply. I've come to fully realize how much my actions contributed to our breakup. Over the past week and a half apart, I've done a lot of soul searching. I even sent her a long, heartfelt message explaining how I'd grown. Bitch, what? I've sent her a long, heartfelt message explaining how I've grown, how I'm learning to pause instead of explode, and how I'm committed to being the calm, loving partner she deserves. Dog, it's been a week and a half. I highly doubt you've grown. That honestly tells me everything that I need to know. If you think you can just grow into the calm and loving partner she deserves in a week and a half, you didn't change. You're pulling this out of your ass because you're sad that your girlfriend broke up with you. Lie to Reddit all you fucking want, but don't lie to yourself. You've done 0% growth. That's like a 6-month plus, if not year plus journey. That should also probably include therapy. If you can speed run overcoming your anger issues like that, you need to fucking make a course and sell it, because I'm sure a lot of people would want to learn that shit. We recently broke up after one of those arguments, and we've been apart for about a week and a half. During the time, something hit me differently. I didn't just miss her. I really sat with the reality of who I'd become and how I hurt someone I love so deeply. For the first time, I didn't just feel sorry. I felt the full weight of my actions, and I've been actively working to change. I've learned to pause, to stay calm, to reflect instead of react. However, her response has been confusing. On one hand, she still shows me signs of care. She's spending time with me, sharing small moments, even though she said she wants to be single now. On the other hand, she's built up walls. She mentioned that keeping our old photos up on my Instagram doesn't feel like a fresh start because we're not those people anymore. She also said she was disappointed because she thought we could have fixed things before, but now those walls are in place and she's not ready to let them down. I'm at a point where I feel desperate. Part of me wants to fix everything tonight when I see her again, to convince her that the old version of me is gone for good. I want to show her that I've grown and that I'm capable of a healthy, respectful relationship, but I'm terrified that if I push too hard, she'll say, I just need to be single and I'll lose her forever. The part of me wants to fix everything tonight bit tells me everything that I need to know about OP. They have no patience. They have no accountability. This is not something you fix tonight. And you need to fucking realize that. Honestly, if you truly wanted to change and improve yourself to be a better person for this girl, you leave her the fuck alone for like 6+ months and focus on fixing yourself, figuring out why you're so angry, why you react like this in arguments. That to me is immensely more attractive than honestly doing what you've been doing the entire relationship, making false promises that like she probably has those walls up because she knows it's all bullshit. It's all lies. You're just making shit up so that the relationship doesn't end. I truly believe that. I don't think relationship healing growth happens in a week and a half. And I think you need to realize that if you actually want to save this. I wrote her a heartfelt message explaining all this, not to win her back with words, but to show her I understand what I did wrong and how I'm growing. She read it and she told me it was a lot to take in, but since then she's told me she's not ready to get back together. She said she needs to be single, that she's built up walls and she doesn't want to let them down again. She said she's more disappointed than sad because a part of her believed we could have fixed things before, but it's harder now that she feels like she has those walls up. In quotations, I know you're scared and disappointed because of how we argued, and I understand why those walls are up. I've spent the last week not just missing you, but also really reflecting, thinking about every moment where I let my anger take over and hurt you emotionally. I've learned how to pause, how to listen, and how to love in a way that makes you feel safe and cherished. I'm not the same man anymore. I want to build something new with you, a healthier, softer, stronger love. I'm here not forcing or begging, but choosing you always. No, you fucking haven't, bro. You can't speed run healing anger issues. That I'm repeating myself. But her reply was ambiguous, mainly was around the lines of, I love you, but I need time to myself, and I'm not sure how to move forward from here. How do I convince her without being pushy or desperate? You already are pushy and desperate, bro. I don't know what to tell you. That I'm really a changed man. How do I show her that I can break through these walls tonight and that I'm serious about making our relationship something better? It breaks my heart because I know she has every right not to believe me. I've told her I've changed so many times and didn't. But I'm not that person anymore. I've finally done the hard work, facing the parts of me that needed healing, understanding the way my anger hurt both of us, and learning what it actually means to love someone through peace, not control or reactivity. Now I'm stuck. I don't want to push her, but I also don't want to give up. I want to prove to her, not just with words, but with consistency and presence, that this time is different, that I'm different. But how do I show her that when she's already shut the door? We're still talking and seeing each other sometimes, but she's put up these emotional walls and I don't know how to break through them in a healthy, respectful way. I don't want to overwhelm her or ignore her boundaries, but I also can't pretend like I don't love her and want another chance to do things right. I feel lost, exhausted by the back and forth, and I'm scared that if she fully commits to being single now, it might be too late. Any advice on how to approach this conversation tonight or in the near future so that I can truly reassure her of my growth and show her the new, calm version of me would be greatly appreciated. So I guess my question is, how do you prove real deep change to someone who's tired of hearing it? Is there anything I can do now, not months from now, that could help her see I mean this? What's the fucking rush, bro? I don't understand this. There's seriously something wrong with you. If you genuinely think that you did this in a week, I hope she fucking runs and gets far away. This is a nuclear bomb waiting to go off. Edit, it's been longer than a week and a half. I've been trying to work on myself. This has been a process longer than that, so people keep pointing that out. The fuck are you talking about? You literally said a week and a half multiple times. There's no way. Shut the actual fuck up. I don't like OP, bro. Bro is delusional as shit. I hope this woman gets away from him. Like, oh no, wee woo, I couldn't figure it the fuck out while we were dating and take something that was wrong with me and work on it for my partner while we were dating. But now that we're broken up, I've suddenly figured out how to fucking speed run healing in a week and a half. Oh, but by the way, it's not actually a week and a half after all of you yelled at me for it. What the fuck is we doing, bro? Therapy, please, I'm begging you, and leave this poor woman alone. I genuinely believe, chat, if there's a chance for this relationship to work, he needs to fuck the fuck off, leave this woman alone, let her figure it out, and heal himself. R/relationship advice. How do I express to my brother that I want to go to his wedding and that it hurts me that I'm not invited? We have a 35 male OP and a 27 male brother. About 10 years ago, my brother and I had a massive falling out. I ended up hooking up with his girlfriend at the time behind his back. His girlfriend was 18 at the time. Okay, so not only are you a shitty brother, but you're a groomer. I know I shouldn't have done it, but looking back, my self-esteem was in the gutter, and I used it as a poor attempt at a pick-me-up. Still, when it became known I was hooking up with her, it cost me everything. My brother was no contact with me for the longest. He became low contact with me a few years ago with the pushing of our parents, essentially because they were tired of only having to invite one of us somewhere. Still, throughout that time, I've grown and deeply regret what happened. Recently, though, I found out he's getting married. He hasn't told me about the wedding, but I did know he had a girlfriend, I suppose fiance now. I am hurt because I thought we were getting along more. Last time he was home, I joked about how the Air Force is the chair force. He's in the Air Force Reserve, and we had a good laugh. He showed me pictures of his vacation to Monaco and everything. I just want to be able to show my love for my brother and put everything behind us. It also raises more questions from people who don't know about what happened between us if I'm not there. Dude, like, come on, my guy. I don't even understand why those parents still have a relationship with him. That's just disgusting. Honestly, you're the devil, and low-key, so are your parents. I'm surprised the brother didn't go no contact with the parents too. If one of my siblings hooked up with my 18-year-old girlfriend when they were 25, I would expect my parents to also be on the fuck them wave. That kid is beyond saving. You should not at the age of 25 be hooking up with 18-year-olds. This goes back to the brother who outed his gay brother and wanted the brother to forgive him and was like basically demanding forgiveness. Like, you can't demand forgiveness. You can ask for it, but it's completely up to the person giving the forgiveness if they want to give it. Maybe you've completely repented in ways that even other people are like, okay, he's truly, I don't know, made up. I don't even know if that really could apply here, but he's sorry. Like, still, if the guy's like, nah, fuck you, you're not going to my wedding. Fuck you, you're not going to his wedding, and you don't get that forgiveness. I honestly understand it. I would not want my brother who has a history of hitting on my partners at my wedding. r/what men don't say. Am I the a-hole for getting a vasectomy behind my wife's back? Okay, something about posting an Am I the A-hole in a subreddit for men feels echo chambery. Like, he specifically was trying to post it to get validated by other men that he didn't fuck up. I, 46 male, got a vasectomy without telling my wife, 38 female, because she kept pushing for another kid, even though I repeatedly told her I was done. We already have a 13-year-old son. Every time I tried to have a real conversation about it, she brushed me off. I finally made the decision for myself and got snipped. I figured when she was ready to try, we'd struggle for a while and she'd eventually accept that it wouldn't be happening. Last night, she confronted me and we had a long argument. My friends let it slip in a group chat. One of them made a joke about me being in the snipped club, and she saw the messages because she had access to my phone. I admitted it and she completely lost it. She said I betrayed her, took away her choice, and lied to her. Now she's staying at her sister's and won't talk to me. I don't regret doing this as I didn't want any more kids. I love my son, but I'm one and done. Am I the a-hole? You know what, you guys? Like, fuck, maybe people are gonna hate me, but I think this is everyone sucks here. Emphasis on OP, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm a little with him on this part of like, it's not just up to the wife of whether or not you guys should have more kids. Don't get me wrong. Like, she should definitely have a bigger say when it comes to the actual having of the kid because she has to push it out of Raheen. But like, if dude didn't want to have more kids, his opinion needs to also be respected. I was kind of with him up until the lying part. Like, the lying part is where like him making the decision without telling her and then actively planning on hiding it. This plan right here, we'd struggle for a while and she'd eventually accept it wouldn't be happening. Like, that is the wrong avenue. I don't know. Something about this almost is like, chat, it feels like the wife, at least the way that OP wrote this, it feels like the wife almost like wasn't giving OP a choice. Almost was saying like, it's my way or no way type of a deal. But yeah, OP should have not lied. He should have been like, hey bro, I'm not having another kid and I'm going to get a vasectomy. All around sounds like a dog shit marriage in general. They both just didn't handle it well. Yeah, this is how I feel, Purple. Anyone can snip, just don't mislead. Listen, if it ends your fucking marriage, it ends your marriage. I think it's incredibly irresponsible to not tell your wife about it. And like, that goes against your guys' marriage, you know? Like, even if you guys disagree, you have to come to a compromise together. System Code said it feels like he's being abused behind the scenes and didn't mention it, and he's lying to avoid further abuse. Why does she have access to his phone? And going behind her back means this guy was scared. Hot take, I don't know if I necessarily agree with this. What I will say is I also kind of raised an eyebrow at the access to the phone thing. I don't know if that's mutual. I don't know if that's just a policy that they have in their relationship, but I'm not gonna lie, I saw that and I was like, I don't know if I jumped to this conclusion, but I think it's important to bring up. Interesting. A couple of you guys are saying that she's probably abusive. Okay, listen, I don't want to make that claim unless OP said she's abusive. But I mean, that would explain why he felt like he needed to lie. r/off my chest. My wife opened our marriage and now she claims I cheated on her. She wants a divorce. Please excuse this awkward interruption, but I just really quickly wanted to say thank you for watching the video this far. Oh, hi, Beans. Hey, buddy. I'm trying to shoot. Buddy, I'm trying to shoot a thing to You know what? You guys can just enjoy my cat while I do it. Oh, there he goes. Okay. If this is your first video of mine, I appreciate you giving me a chance. Feel free to check out the rest of the videos on my channel. I have over 100 reading Reddit videos, and I try to come out with 3 new ones every single week. And if this is like your second or third video, I would greatly appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. It just helps me out, helps tell YouTube that you're enjoying my content. And lastly, if you've ever considered supporting me monetarily, I do have memberships on my YouTube channel. The different tiers give you perks like early access to videos, access to old videos of mine that I've privated, and even one that'll get you a signed photo from me and Beans. My signature, Beans' paw print. Again, appreciate you for making it this far in the video. Let's get back to it. My wife 31 and I 33 have been married for just over 4 years. I am the main breadwinner and pretty much pay 2/3 of everything. I am also bisexual, and my wife is aware of this. Thank God we signed a prenuptial agreement. Okay, hot start. Adding information that is just you sucking your dick. I don't know how to put it, guys, but like, thank God we signed a prenup. Like, it's been 2 lines and it's giving douchebag. Recently, it has become a sexless marriage, especially after we had our first child. I even know when our son was consummated due to how seldom we have sex. The night we consummated him... Is consummated the right word? Wait, hold on. Maybe I have a bad definition of it. Yeah, okay. Make a marriage/relationship complete by having sexual intercourse. I think he means conceived, right? Yeah, okay. You guys, yeah. That's so fucking funny, though. Sorry, ADHD went burr. The night we consummated him, she told me that she fell asleep while we were busy. She would get very mad when I just mentioned wanting sex and had every excuse in the book to never let us have sex. All the constant rejection has built up a lot of resentment within me towards her, so we never really got romance either. She started to claim that due to the lack of romance that she didn't want to have sex with me. She also claims I do 1% in the house, where I know I do just as much while she is on her phone on the couch all day. Even though we are in our 30s, she always continue like she is 60. She always acts like she was 60. I don't know how the continue that. I don't even know what he's trying to say. I can't even lie. She started making a habit when we fought to say that we now have an open relationship and that I can go and have sex with whoever I want. The last time she did that, I decided to hook up with a guy because in my mind, our relationship is over. She always said she never wanted the details or ever catch me in the act. It was the best sex I have ever had in my life, and it also made me realize that I'm missing out on so much while being in this sexless marriage. The next day, my wife mentioned to me that I was love bombing her, and she was freaked out by it. When I tried to hold her that night, she pushed me away. The next day, she told me that she did that because our relationship is dead, so why bother? Never did she know that the reason I was love bombing her was because I actually got my sexual needs met for a change, and that I would be more romantic if I had my needs met. Then again, she said she wanted more romance, but got freaked out when I did, so she confused me a lot. With that, I felt no regret at what I have done and realized that my marriage is not going to last. Okay, so like, don't get me wrong, I'm getting more of like douchebag OP sucks vibe from this. But if you're saying your relationship, like on both sides, if both of you guys are like, this relationship's dead, my marriage is not going to last, what the fuck are we doing? And also, why the fuck are we bringing a kid into the equation? I will read the rest of the story, but I don't even need to read the rest of the story to know OP sucks ass and yes, he's a devil. There are a couple things with the wife where I'm like, okay, bro, bringing in the kid, kind of an a-hole move. If you're saying the relationship is dead, like, let's get the divorce process started. And also, get the kid in a better situation where mommy and daddy don't clearly fucking hate each other in the same house. And on both sides, too. Like, that divorce blame also goes with OP, who's saying that his marriage is over. I just want to point that out. That poor fucking kid is kind of where I'm at. Later that week, she wanted us to work on our relationship because I want to build our relationship on trust as we always did. I told her what happened because if we want to start over, the least I can do is come clean. She was now horrified and disgusted by it and couldn't process it. Of course, I told her she gave me permission, to which she replied that she was stupid to do so, as she expected I would stay loyal. Listen, I am in a sex-starved marriage. She gives me permission and expected me to not fulfill the needs she has neglected to provide. That makes me really uncomfortable. Like, dude, just jerk off. Is sex better? Yes, 100%. But like, hey man, if your marriage is having problems, let's not start with sex. Sex doesn't fix the marriage. All the things around the marriage and what it stands for is what's going to heal the marriage, and that will result in more sex. I just don't understand guys who like only think with their dick. I get it, bro. It's cool. Sex is great. I've been there, done that. Awesome. But like, let's not use it to think. She claims she said that that to me as I always harassed her for sex, so she just wanted me to leave her alone. I understand that, actually. Don't get me wrong, I don't think she should have given him permission and then been like, oh shit. If you're gonna say words in a loveless marriage like that, you know? But also, he was harassing her for sex. So I kind of understand it a little bit. Being like, oh my God, leave me the fuck alone, go fuck someone else. Of course, now she wants a divorce because she can no longer trust me. She forgets she is the one giving permission and now punishes me. Now she goes around and tells everyone that I cheated on her with another man without telling them that we had an open relationship agreement. She even told people to whom I have not come out of the closet with yet. She claims it is her right. Okay, I also don't agree with that. Like, you can go around telling people that he cheated on you, but like exposing that it was with a guy can actually put him in danger. So like, damn, Chad, like I listen, this wife is in a lot of ways probably a victim, but also there's a lot here that I'm just not a fan with. Kittens, Quinn, I agree. They are both vile. They're both just bad people. This is an everyone sucks / everyone is the devil to me because wow. And there's a kid in the equation. I do not want to forget that. Like, this poor fucking kid, bro. Like, not once has OP been like, how will this affect my kid? She could have just claimed that I slept with someone, but she is making it a point to let everyone know it was a man. My parents, of course, are now horrified, and her parents as well. My parents have even noted to me that I could have at least cheated on her with another woman. My father doesn't even want to talk to me. The divorce is 4 days in, and it's already turning ugly. She doesn't want to negotiate one bit and wants her demands met. She's also using my son against me to force me to make specific choices in her favor, which I refuse to do. Most of the things she demands, like the car, which is in my name, is always for the sake of our son. She even took all the required documentation and stored it somewhere where I can't find it because she says she can't trust me to not destroy the documents. The prenuptial agreement is in there, so why would I do that? While we were happily married, we were also in some counseling because my wife reported that I spanked my son, which I have. My wife also has autism and anxiety. Due to both of our situations, a social worker was assigned to help us through it all. I agreed to work on my temper, and I've shown a lot of progress as reported by the social worker who helped us through it all. My wife, on the other hand, has seen a therapist, but nothing has changed. Now with the divorce, she demands full custody, or if it is co-parenting, that my son can only visit me if a supervisor is present, because she can't trust that I will not spank him. The issue I have with that is that she is fine leaving me with him now, unsupervised, when she needs to go somewhere. I also don't think she understands that the court may take my son away from us both if she continues down this path. If I mention this to her, she thinks I am threatening her and our son. My situation is not a nice one to be in, and I had to get this off my chest because I don't have many people's support, as my wife has turned a lot of family friends against me. Hopefully I can get some encouragement, as I truly feel like Stolas from Hell of a Boss series at the moment. I almost feel like the open relationship was a trap for her to get the moral high ground, as she has been constantly saying that we should divorce, and after a day or two, she wants to kiss and make up. I think she really wanted a divorce, but never knew how to start it. Toasty ravioli, outside our pay grade, I fear. Yeah, I'm just shocked, appalled. Like, I low-key don't think either of these people should be parenting this kid. Just to really nail in that this guy fucking sucks. So I realized that this was posted in Am I the Devil with the caption, dude gets even grosser in the comments. And this person, I believe, has some hot takes from OOP from the comments. First quote, she married me and part of that contract is for us to have intimacy as much as I am obligated to provide. No, I don't know who needs to hear this, but that's not how intimacy works. 2, I actually believe we both have been physically and emotionally abusive at some point in time. I actually believe that. 3, it was not as if my pleads for not being in a sexless marriage were ever taken seriously. 4, it is all about female superiority. That is why I was never into lesbians. What? That feels misogynistic and homophobic, which is crazy because bro fucks dudes. Like one-sided homophobia only to women? Ugh. Quote 5. I also feel that once there is security in the relationship and a child involved, the wife tends to neglect her husband's needs because he can't escape now without losing at least half. It is always expected for the man to provide, but never from the wife to do her part in the relationship. He went down the tater tot hole real bad, chat. This is what happens when you're a fucking moron. Oh, dear Lord. That poor kid, man. I'm hurting, y'all. I can't. I have nothing else to say because that was just... I think that shit show of a story speaks for itself.